1 second, please. Let me make sure this tweet goes out here. All right, there we go. I got posted there. And 1 second. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. There. All right. Well, I hope everybody had a great trading day today, and happy Tuesday, everybody. Terrific Tuesday. A fun day today. Definitely an interesting one, but today's a good example of the topic this week where we're talking about what is a trend day. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the trend day to get settled, right, to get started, and then we start to see the movement through there. So today will be a fun one. But before we get started, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Do 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 do. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. So first things first, we're going to take a look and see where we left off at the market here today. And then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening, what might be setting up going into tomorrow and into the rest of the evening. And then we'll go through the topic, and then we'll take questions and chart requests. So let's get started. All right, so SPX, guys, woo, up 33 points here today. Really, really chipping away. I mean, more than chipping away, this is digging into the bearish engulfing candle from last month like it was nothing, like it wasn't even there. And pretty amazing stuff. We're getting really close to all-time highs. So with this crazy market, I wouldn't be surprised if we got there. And you guys will see what I mean by crazy here in a minute. But not just the fact that we're going up, but check this out here. Not only we closed over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the recent weekly highs, right? We only have 2 more weekly highs left. And the daily chart, what's interesting is that the trend box, and this is the crazy part, the trend box keeps on stretching, which means we may still actually be in a bearish pattern, right? And it is possible, we've been talking about that, right? So here's your 1, A, B, C expanded flat, wave 3 down. It is possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's possible because we are still in the trend box. And why is that? Because really this is kind of an anomaly, right? This is some huge movement to the upside right here. But look at the volume has gone down every single day. And it's not like we're into a holiday or anything like that. I mean, we are in trading season, right? This is October. This is one of the biggest trading months, of the year. And in fact, in about 10 days, we're coming up on I think the 100 year, no, we're coming up to, though, the anniversary of the great, the stock market crash in 1929, right? So pretty cool stuff there. I think it was October 29th. So that's pretty interesting there as well. But last time we saw like these big gaps up, right? We saw these nice moves, right? We would see these big pushes right here, and then we get good volume. But actually kind of interesting right here. This last move right here also a declining volume. So it just kind of is what it is. This market's wild. It just gaps up, squeezes out the shorts, and I think it's all the volume is just squeezing shorts, and then of course us that are trying to ride those waves are just mesmerized, right? So pretty amazing stuff there. But you'd think that a really bullish move would have the kind of the rising volume on it, at least something to do that. But we're not really seeing that with these gaps up. So pretty cool stuff there. But that being said, again, wild market, right? So what are we looking at here on the wave count? So again, we've had a very impulsive move up, right? So you can see that here very clear. The 1-2-1-2 that we've been talking about in this wave 3 move is just still going, right? So I mean, you can kind of count this a couple different ways. You can go 1, 2, 3. You can even say this is a little bit of a wave 4, kind of wave 5, a little sub wave in there to finish this wave itself, and then we'll see if we get an ABC wave 4 pullback before actually getting a wave 5 that maybe pushes up to all-time highs. But this wave 3 could keep going. I mean, we're really close to all-time highs. I mean, honestly, if you took this day right here, right, and you just took the range of this day, duplicate this and put it right here, I mean, we're well above all-time highs, right? I mean, we're crushing it, right? So pretty amazing stuff. I mean, so they could do it if they wanted to. So we'll see what we have in store. Let's see the futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening. So let's take a look here. So all right, so futures starting to push here too. Look at that. So we broke through just at the end of the day with this huge volume right in the last 5 minutes of the day. I mean, just incredible volume right here. 49,000 compared to the opening candle today, which is only 31,000. So very interesting to see that big push here into the signal zone at the end of the day through the resistance zones. Came back down this evening to test it, and now we're pushing out of it right now with kind of one of the larger volume candles here tonight. So we'll see how that goes here with the futures and what we have in store. Again, it would all started off again with a big move overnight here. With the overnight drift, right? European market opens at 2 o'clock. We got that nice little push up here and just continue to grind up here throughout the day. So let's keep an eye on this geometrical line, see how it holds here through tonight. Let's make sure it doesn't turn into a sideways head and shoulders. right? And then give kind of the breakdown right there. Or if it just continue to hold that, and then we just continue to make this this grind up here to all-time highs. You can see we got a couple levels above right here that are of interest, and then before you know it, we're there. So right, so recession over, that type of thing. So good stuff. So let's take a look at the topic, guys. We've been going over this week, what is a trend day? And so a trend day is interesting, right? So we talked about it yesterday. It's basically a day that continues to grind its way up. Yesterday we looked at moving averages. We showed the slopes of the moving averages versus the trend line, right? And that kind of gives us a clue. And obviously today was bullish, right? We gapped up and we kind of continued to move. But for a little bit here this morning, it was like not a trend day, right? It wasn't an inside day that we started off with. We were getting really, really tight before things started to go. But that sometimes we don't really get a lot of information off of the first 15 minutes or so, or even the first 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes a 60-minute candle to get things going, right? So let's go and take a look at this here on the SPX. Let's go to the 60-minute chart here on this. And this is kind of what I want to go over today. Just go over candlesticks. And so we yesterday we covered higher highs, higher lows, and we covered trend lines and the slopes versus the trend lines. Today we're going to talk about candlesticks. And if you guys have been following my public Twitter feed throughout the day, I'm trying to post a little bit more educational content. Also trying to post like some kind of trade ideas that folks can potentially get involved in, based on open interest and stuff that we're liking in our Discord, stuff like that. Just things that are kind of standing out there that other people can enjoy too. Maybe not get as good at entry as we do, but still good. One of the things I pointed out today was the market profile, right? And although the market profile gets kind of complex, really what it comes down to is the opening range bar, right? So the orb, and we always look at the 15 orb for or the 5 orb for intraday setups, right? But one of the things that can give us a lot of clues is that first 60-minute candle, right? And so you can see right here, this is a very, very strong candle at the beginning of the day, and as long as we stay above the high of this candle, right, we're pretty much technically trending, right? So we could be going sideways, but ultimately a good strong candle at the open and then a close above it, right, gives us a nice upward slope. So that gives us a trending day. So we can really use those opening candles to give us a good gauge of the market, right? Let's take a look at yesterday, right? So yesterday was another nice candle, right? Did I switch over? Oh, I didn't switch over here. Sorry, guys. Let me go back here real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, guys, if anybody didn't see those. So what we look here. Yesterday we talked about, right? Yesterday we talked about the slope, right? And the day before that we talked about higher highs and higher lows. And so today we're talking about the opening range candle, right? And so here today, you can see we had a nice opening 60-minute bar right here, and that was bullish, right? You can tell it was a bullish candle. And as long as we stay above the high of that candle throughout the day, right? We dip below it right here. That means we might not have been a trending day. We might not have had an uptrending day and look for upside movement. Today was not easy, by the way. It was also a grinder. There wasn't a lot of momentum, but we still did continue the trend up because look, we ended up closing above those levels and above the bar here today. This got scary right here. This was turning into a red candle right here with increased volume on the SPY today. And if it closed below this opening bar, I would have started to get really concerned that maybe a reversal was starting, right? And so, but that ended up giving us a move. So this was good for the market itself, right? But not necessarily a lot of names were kind of holding on there. But we did catch names like Apple today. We pointed out Apple at the open as one of our strongest moves. We really liked it, the momentum based on the option activity and everything like that. And you can see how nice Apple was today, right? We had a good candle right here, and and generally held the levels right here. I think we closed just below the area right here, but for the most part we held up. It was mostly a trending day there today, but they did have trouble. That's why we got chopped. But yesterday, right, you can see, look at that. We got a nice push here above the first opening candle, right, and we held above that on each successive candle, right, and continue to work our way up. That gave us a nice trending day, right? And so here, this candle right here, we were good. Not the opening candle right here, but we started to push above it here towards the end of the day, right, and started to kind of trend up there. So that gave us a nice clue into the movement in the market, right? You can see the same thing here with SPX as well, right? We like to look at these opening bars and see what happens. So what happens when we have an inside day, right? Let's go back here. Let's go to the 8th of the month. So if we go back to the 8th, which is, let's go here. Did I lose it? Okay, let's go here. So the 8th was here, this day right here. Look at the big difference here between the day. Look at the opening candle that we got. We got just a doji at the open. Wasn't this? Now this was a reversal day, right? So we had a big candle at the open. Did we stay above that candle? No, we actually closed below it. Then we started to break below these guys, and we started to push our way down. Right now, check out the 8th. This was definitely not a trend day, right? So look at that doji. That kind of gives you a clue right at the open that things are a little bit blah, right? So we had a doji day today. Then we had a doji second candle. It kind of broke down a little bit here below. It looked like it was going to go down. No follow through, and then back up into the range. So it's really just a range bound day, and ended up giving us that inside day. So again, these opening candles can really give us a lot of clues, and the candles afterward can really help us tell us about the behavior of whether or not the market is going to continue to trend its way up, or if we're going to look for any reversal opportunities or potential on that. So good stuff. So keep an eye on those opening candles. Those first hourly charts are big. They're noticed a lot by by futures traders, right, to look for direction and potential moves. And that's why you can see breakouts sometimes at the end of the day when futures traders get really excited when we stay above the initial range. So the IRB, right? So good stuff there. Anyway, guys, hopefully you found that helpful. At this point now, if anybody's got any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window, and we'll get through as many as we can, try to wrap as early as possible so we can all get a good night's sleep and have another awesome trading day tomorrow. So good stuff. Let me get up the daily chart right here. And Otas sent a few in here via Twitter, so let's take a look at these. So we got skills. What skills to pay the bills? So look at skills breaking out above, 1, the geometric line, 2, the ADMA, 3, green candle, 4, increased volume. I like it. Let's keep it on the radar and see if it breaks above today's highs and continues to move and maybe makes a push up to the 50-day moving average. So nice move there. And then let's take a look at NVAX. So NVAX, brutal. And then down after hours too. Oh goodness, what happened here? Oh, look at that. Oof. What happened here? FDA may approve Mix and Max booster shot. I'm not sure if anybody caught the news on this, what's going on with this one, why it's just dropping like crazy here after hours, but good grief, that is it's just flushing there. Goodness gracious. So wow, it's down to 130. So anyway, Otas, NVAX is a no on the bullish side, but on the bearish side, if you got short on this, congratulations. That should open up very nicely tomorrow. It's at least at 130 right now. Good grief. So okay, cool. So that's NVAX. Let's take a look at Square. Yeah, I'm gonna put NVAX on the. Should be on the radar tomorrow for sure. NVAX. Okay, cool. Okay, Square. Guys, great move on this one. We talked about this yesterday, right? Great candle yesterday. Had room to the 50-day moving average. Got there. Could be a doji sandwich. Maybe get through Thor's twins here. But I just didn't like the risk reward, right? Because it was so close to the 50-day. But it did make it if you were in it already. So good stuff there. Twitter. I preferred this one. This is one of my favorite ones. I love the candle yesterday. Love the volume. Love the open gap above. Good push. Left us with an upper shadow. Guess where? Imagine that right there. So right at the prior drop zones, right? And look at that. There's a drop zone here. Pressure here. Resistance. We had a little buying. Look at that. We had right support. Support broken. Now it's resistance, and resistance is futile, but we got to get above it, right? So we'll see how that goes. And then finally, Etsy. Let's take a look at that one. So Etsy with an inside day today, right? Kind of upper shadow here off of these recent highs. So let's see if we can break out of that inside day and kind of get going off of that. And then we're way over these old lines. We got lots of lines on this, lots of lines on Etsy. But anyway, cool stuff right there. See if it breaks that out. Good stuff. Really appreciate it. That's us. And you're in the stream here too, so good stuff. And Shirley sent in a few via email, so let's take a look at these. She got some of our big ones on the radar right here. So we've got Apple Dapple. Let's get this cleared up a little bit here. Okay. So Apple Dapple actually looking kind of like a bit of a harmonic-ish type move right here. All right. So let's see if that just kind of continues to work this wave up. Love it. Very, very nice. And let's take a look at Baba. Baba got that inside day gap up and a push into the cloud right there. I mean, it looks nice, right? We're just kind of coming up right into that resistance area right here, right at the prior resistance, right? So just kind of keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at FSLY. FSLY, beautiful breakout candle on this one, guys. We looked at this one here a little bit earlier. I think I put it on the video. But a nice breakout of Brazil and a good follow through here. But look at that, cleared this level right here. Very, very nice. And next level up is right here, so just above it. So again, might be a pause day tomorrow, but a great candle on that one. Definitely keep an eye on it. Pen, let's take a look. Pen with a nice breakout candle here too. This actually has room. Some of the other ones didn't have room. This one had a really nice close here today. I wish it had volume. But it's got room to get up to that 85 area if it stays strong. So that's, we'll definitely want to keep an eye on there too. And go in. Let's take a look. What is going? Oh, coin. Got it. So coin. Yeah, this thing has just been epic, guys. Really, the entry on this one, the sneaky entry was right here, the doji reversal. But it could have been a doji sandwich down, right? So it was very, very sneaky, but it was sitting right on the ADMA, right? But really, this close right here, Nice close over the 50-day moving average. There's sneaky day last Thursday, and then that was your entry right there. And then this just keeps on going. I missed it. I didn't see it, but beautiful move, and it's hard to chase, right? So when it's doing this, but it's really really good stuff. Continues to get good news. Got more good news this morning. It was kind of getting a little bit soggy this morning pre-market, and then it was like teaming up with Facebook, right? Kind of a big deal on that, right? So that happened here pre-market. Nice move on coin. So again, glad Kathy's actually got a name that's working. I don't think she sold too much of that, so good stuff there. Good. All right. Well, appreciate it, Shirley. Thanks, guys. And Options Rock sent in one here via Twitter as well. We got SSYS. Let's take a look. Woo! Nice move on. Wow, big breakout candle on this one on Stratasys. Look at this thing. Clearance major. We put a couple levels on here for a reason, right? It's coming up right up to this next level right here. Above that level, you've got the gap, right? So again, nice push here today. Good momentum move through, breakout move through this pivot. Right now, over this level right here, if we can hold, if we could kind of like consolidate here a little bit, it could work its way up to fill the gap, right? So nice stuff there. I like it. JMOS, what's going on? Good to see you. MRVL. A lot of folks have been looking at this name here recently. Increased volume yesterday and good follow through today. Possible dirty sandwich here and fresh highs. I like it. So and good for the semis. AFRM, hot name recently, right? So big doji name. You guys pointed out here. We found this little bull flag on it. It's kind of continued to grind its way up there off of that. And then FCX. Let's take a look. FCX with an inside day, getting tight. Earnings coming up, right? So let's see how it handles that and if it could break out one way or the other. So good stuff there. Holly Wally, what's going on? Good to see you. Long time no see. Let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla again, almost a dark cloud cover candle there, right? So if it closed 50% of the range, we got really, really close. We closed under 50% of the range, dark cloud cover, but looking a little bit sketchy right here, but we got earnings coming up, what, Thursday after the close? Yeah, Thursday after the close. So it's wait, no, tomorrow after the close? The 20th after the close. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Oh boy. So we had Netflix tonight, which is kind of blah. And we got Tesla. We got Tesla tomorrow. So let's see how that goes. And then coin has just been epic, right? So just to see if it goes. I mean, I wouldn't chase it here, but you got this. Found a little bit of resistance right there, right? And then you got your IPO area right here. It's kind of the next zone, right? So it's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, we'll see again and if it gets over the IPO highs, right? Gosh, that was a crazy IPO, wasn't it? It's kind of funny. It was just down and just did nothing here forever, and then it tried to break out right here. Pulled back and just kind of came back into the nothing zone. Trying to break out right here. It's actually pretty good right here. Nice trade, and then we'll see what it does, right? So it's pretty cool stuff there. Good stuff. Mike Flynn, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Let's take a look at UNG. Yeah, well, it's right to the 50-day moving average in the cloud. So you got your natural gas, right? So let's see if it can hold here a little bit, hold the cloud, and then maybe get going off of that. That would be nice. Good find on that one. These are oftentimes that play, like you said, like into the winter, right? So as natural gas prices tend to go up. It's good stuff there. Michael Phillips, what's going on? Good to see you. Still got bros on the radar. Nice. Hey, great one tracking on this one. Great move. Very, very nice. Good push. CHPT, this is another one that was pretty hot here today with the F-cell, charging names. So gap up over the inside day to the 50-day moving average. Very nice move there. This is a lagger behind the other ones. Wish. I really like the Wish candle. I just wish it didn't close with that upper shadow today. And we've got Tilray, again, super strong candle today, guys. I think it's probably going to have possibly a little bit more energy going into tomorrow. But be careful, it's got the 50-day moving average right above it, right? So let's see how that goes. And Tilray tends to be shortable. so we'll see. I'm surprised it actually didn't reverse today, but it just kept on going. So it didn't give us our rubber band setup. SOS kind of hanging in there. But SOS, this is a minor name, isn't it? Is it up after hours? Former China Rapid Finance. Oh no, it's credit business and all that. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, what a horrible name for that. But anyway, so SOS, we'll give you a loan, right? That type of thing. So anyway, open gap up here is kind of interesting, and I think it was working its way up after hours. So let's see what that does if we can get to the 50-day moving average. So nice one there on SOS. And then CEI. This one got hot today. Nice intraday move. Let's check out the volume here intraday. Just really, really good spike right here. Big spike. What I do like here is this low volume pullback, and then you start to get, once you crossed over this volume area right here into this candle, right, that gave a nice trade, right? So it's a good push there. Got a little bit of move, and then just kind of chopped for the rest of the day. So that was a good move there. But sitting over the 80 MA, let's see if we can continue to work its way up. Again, got kind of hot there for a little bit here today. But good stuff there. And 2020, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We got GENI. Chopping there below the 50-day and the 200-day, but over the 80 MA with an upper shadow, so a little bit of caution there. GAN. Nice breakout candle on this one through the 50. Let's see if we can get through the daily cloud. And Cron. Again, all the pot names really nice today with huge volume, I guess, on the California rule or idea, but I think it was kind of old news, so I still would expect this thing to be fadeable. Just be a little cautious, but I think we're going to see a few of them test their 50 days. We'll see how that goes. Good stuff. Bob and Genevieve, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And Michael Phillips, yeah, you got the BitA, right? All the Bitcoin related stuff's pretty incredible. And how about the BitO? The BitO is the new one today, guys. Check out how many shares were traded today on this one, right? 24,407,000, right? So pretty really cool stuff on this one. So really big move on that. And then NVAX won't stop doing. I know, isn't it crazy? Triple inside week on this one too. I know, incredible. Just chop. And honestly, yeah, this was bearish, right? So we had this bear flag, right? Now we'd like to see a little bit more of breakout. If you got really down to the nitty gritty on this, you could have said like, yeah, it started to break down today. Well, if you did, then good job, right? So a very nice move there on NVAX. Nice, yeah, triple inside week. I love it. Let's take a look. Look at that, the triple Lindy. Too bad it's hard to get a triple Lindy on a to close that way, but wow, incredible stuff. Wow, very nice. And then, Michael, you got PLTR on the radar too? Yeah, PLTR with a nice inside day and then the gap up over it and then a push up to its moving averages kind of from there. And then Boeing. Hammer yesterday, kind of reversal hammer, but low volume. And today kind of just kind of pushed back into it. Not quite dark cloud cover, but pushed back into the range there. So let's see how that goes. Could be interesting. Anyway, guys, good stuff. Great chart requests tonight. Amazing. Really appreciate it. You guys found some great ones. And what a market, guys. Let's see if this thing can continue to gap up here on low volume back to all-time highs. Apparently, like it's done several times in the past, so I don't know why I get shocked by that. But yeah, so let's see if this market does continue again. The wave 3 is impressive, but I wouldn't be surprised to start to see some wave 4 price action one of these days. But again, another move like the other day brings us back up to all-time highs. We got another one in here. Zax just came in here. Let's see, we got mRNA on the radar. mRNA is still getting tight here. It could be the top of its bear flag. And BNTX, let's take a look. BNTX with a upper shadow here, kind of like a shooting star type candle on this one with increased volume. So a little bit of caution. Might want to at least come back to test the ADMA. So a little bit of caution there. Also an ADR, so a little bit of caution there too. But anyway, guys, good stuff. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We will see you here right here on YouTube, bright and early tomorrow morning for the Good Morning Market Prep video. And Tracy, I missed you. Where are you hiding? Where are you? Here, Jamos, Ollie, Michael, 2020, Otas. It's not showing on my stream. It's not showing in my chat. Let's see. Let me try this here. Where are Jamos, Ollie, Mike, Michael, 2020, Bob, Michael, Otas, Michael, Zax, Tracy. I didn't see it, Tracy. I'm sorry, I didn't post in my my chat. But if you could repost it, I'll get it. If you could repost it, I'll get it. Oh, snap! Oh, yeah, we're going to look at Snap. Okay, cool. Let's look at Snap. Let's see. So Snap with an inside day, guys. I really got nothing to say about it. There's some chatter about this name out there that, like, it's going to, it's heading into earnings, going to rip and all that stuff. I mean, it is getting tight. This range is just horrible in this. I really don't see anything on this. It's up a little bit over the ADMA here today, but a crazy doji candle. I mean, if it breaks out over the geometric line right here with some volume, I might take interest in it, but you got earnings coming up, so you have to be careful with that, right? So again, it's impossible to call which way it's going to go on earnings, right? So you can look at option flow and maybe try to make a guess on it and say that that's going to help, that somebody knew and all that stuff. And sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. They know about 50% of the time, right? So it still gives you 50-50, odds. Futu, interesting, almost kind of like a Morningstar-ish type reversal right there, but not quite. And then a little bit of an upper shadow there today. But this one has been getting beat up a lot, pretty hard, and we got a lot of volume coming in here, so it may actually be getting done with its down move. We may be looking at a pivot point here soon, so definitely keep an eye on it. I would look for a nice volume candle here back above the ADMA and see if we can try to at least push up here to this pivot, right, and maybe up to the cloud 50-day moving average, that type of thing. So good ones to look at, though. I'm glad, although I didn't see it, I'm glad you were able to repost it. So good stuff there. Anyway, guys, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning for the Good Morning Market Prep video. And until then, stay healthy out there. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And we'll talk to you guys soon.